Do you have a favorite moment?
We kind of have the same favorite moment, don't we?
Well, but you like the gondola scene too.
I like
that's
the
a good
gondola
moment
scene,
for
but
you,
I'm
too.
in the gondola scene,
Oh,
and
well,
I
you
was
can still like-
traumatized by the gondola scene, because that was my body
Well, true.
flying around that gondola.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Some of
Pretty
it, I'm sure, is
impressive, though.
3G, but some of it, doesn't it? He's clearly flopping
Yeah,
against.
he flopped against all kinds of things.
Yeah. That's me and Taron Egerton pressed against the glass, spinning at I don't know what amount of speed that keeps you literally pressed up against a glass.
Were you a fan of the original? Were you geeked out about this?
I loved it. I was a little bit of a snob at first because I've done a Bond movie, and I thought, what is this Kingsman trying to be like a Bond movie?
Right.
It would never work. But when I saw it, I was blown away. I was really, really blown away by it.
And it's a pretty hip club to become a part of,
It
right?
is, yes.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Please.
But if anybody's bringing, the goods to it, it's someone that's been in a Bond movie. They should be asking you questions on the set every day.
We were.
Nice to see you.
Excellent work in this.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure you've been inundated with people going down this line of questioning. Are you worried at all when you're throwing parties at your house and you're in charge of cooking the feast?
I don't worry because I can't cook.
What?
I know. I'm not much of a cook.
Well,
I'm really
then
not.
then you're safe.
So I'm safe. Everybody else is safe too.
I don't want to plot spoil, but for you, what are the marks that you're most proud of that you didn't do in the first one that you did in this one?
I'm very proud of my leap from the cab door landing on top of the taxi fight. I'm very, very, very proud of that particular stunt. I just think it looks very cool. They put it in the trailer as well.
I'm so fascinated with how that was made, by the way. How much of that was actually you leaping, twirling in and out of that cab?
In the cab fight? The only shot I know isn't me is where I tumble into the boot of the car, the trunk of the car.
It may be a cinematic best. I mean, when
Fingers
people talk
crossed.
about the top 10 action sequences of all time, that may stick around for a long, long time.
I hope so. I hope so. I've got my calling card now. Colin has his church scene. I've got my cab chase.
Okay. All right, who is a more pure gentleman? A Southern gentleman or an English gentleman?
I think you'll find profound impurities in both.
That's right.
For the same reasons.
Probably. No, and
for
fine examples of gentlemanliness in
That's
both. No, I don't
right.
think it breaks down to geography of no one. Not at all.
Along the way, each of us was probably taught that one way or the other. Where did you learn that lesson? Manners maketh the man.
Well, funnily enough, it's quite literally close to home for me because I did most of my growing up in the city of Winchester, and Winchester College, which is one of the famous schools, that is the motto of that school. It's not the school I went to, but it was associated, I think with William of Wickham, who is the patron, of the school. So it's all quite it's quite close to home.
Did Lloyd say a little something about that to you at some point?
Just be kind. The golden rule,
So, a social media influencer, speaking of being kind, asked me 2 years ago, I'm a huge fan of the Kingsman. Could you ever hook me up with contact with any of them? I would love it. And I said, well, and this is a person from Northern California, if you're ever in London when this is going down, sure. So, ladies and gentlemen, Kristen followed me all the way here.
Hello.
Can she take a picture with you?
Yeah, it's up fine
Come
with
on
me.
in. Yeah.
Hey, Kristen. Hello. Hello.
There you
Good
go.
to see you.
Kristen, how
Sit
are you?
right in the middle, Kristen.
You come all the way from
Right here. Right
And
there.
3,
Hey.
2, 1. Lovely.
Good
Thanks, you guys.
deal.
Thank you
Right,
so
my
much.
pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Right.
That was a nice surprise.
How awesome are they? By the way, that's a true story. That stalker right here. You don't mind me calling you a stalker, right?
No, not really.
So it's true. It's her very first time in London. She tweets out, hey, I know you're here in London. Hook me up. And what happened like 10 minutes after you tweeted that out?
Well, you sent me a tweet back saying it would be, if you were a gentleman, you wouldn't be able to refuse, and you got me up into the interview.
That's not what I said. I said manners make it the man, because that's what it's all about. You, sir, who are you looking forward to seeing?
Julianne Moore, of course.
Julianne Moore, how awesome is she? No one has ever ground up human into hamburger meat. Wait, is that a plot spoil? No, I think people know about that. You'll see the movie. You'll know what I'm talking about. Sorry, ladies.